Yes, alright, the lads. Welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. Also, good morning as well. We're gonna speak Lautaro Martinez swap deal proposed by Arsenal. Hector Bellerin, Lautaro Martinez swap deal. Could it work? And we are also gonna speak Aaron Ramsdale as well because according to Sky Sports, my man Damish Sheth says Arsenal are very, very confident they will get that one over the line. We are, of course, in talks with Sheffield United to get the player at the Emirates Stadium. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Do me a favor. Do smash like button, people. Make sure we are at 300 likes. And that is going to be our target for this video. Honestly, make sure you do subscribe to the channel because we are very, very close to our target, which is 50,000. We are at 30,000 subscribers. The next stop is 40, and the next final stop will be 50,000. Remember, the first 50,000 subscribers will mean the world to me. I will be, creating content for the first 50,000 subscribers. I will not do anything they don't want, and I will not do anything, and I will do everything actually they do like. Let's get the party started. So to start the party, let's start off with Damish Sheth. He was speaking at Sky Sports yesterday. Obviously, when Damish speaks these days, he's always speaking Arsenal, United, and transfers. And yesterday, he was speaking Arsenal transfers. He basically spoke Arsenal transfers. The first thing he spoke about was James Maddison. That is definitely and I spoke about that yesterday really. So Damish said Arsenal are way too interested in James Maddison. However, Leicester City are not under any pressure to sell, and we spoke about that in the video yesterday. So what he actually meant was what he actually said, and what we know at the moment according to his sources is Leicester City do not have any pressure to sell. They do not have any they don't have any intentions to rush to sell the player. If his contract runs down in 2024, if the right offer comes in, they will let him go. But if the right offer doesn't come in, they will not actually give any club a compromise. And he says the Leicester City are looking for a fee or an offer or a bid in excess of 70 million euros to consider selling the English international. So he said this one is going to be a very, very hard one, but the good thing is that Arsenal are still keeping close tabs and are still having a keen eye on Martin Odegaard. We will speak about Martin Odegaard today later in the day. But what you have to know about Martin Odegaard from Damish Sheth is that Arsenal are growing more and more confident that maybe a deal between them and Real Madrid could actually happen. Maybe Madrid could actually change their mind and see that they can actually sell Martin Odegaard. Chris Whitley says a deal could be around 35 million pounds. I think personally, of course, Chris Whitley has a bigger, has bigger knowledge in the transfer window than I, and he has a bigger, bigger body of knowledge in football than I do. But I think, personally, I think it would be a little bit, bigger than that. Maybe around 40 million pounds, maybe around 45 million pounds. But if it's gonna be 35 million pounds, then you just understand the reason as to why Arsenal still are waiting for Martin Odegaard. Cheaper, if it is 35 million pounds, they know it's a cheaper deal. They know it's a doable deal. The player would want to come back. The manager trusts the player, and Real Madrid are not willing to give the player enough playing minutes. So maybe that's why Arsenal is still waiting for Martin Odegaard. Maybe they are very optimistic. Maybe they are very hopeful that a deal will get over the line. Speaking about incomings and players that we admire and trust, another one is Aaron Ramsdale. Now, according to Damish Sheth, speaking on Sky again, he did confirm that Arsenal have put together a team that is trying to evaluate a suitable bid for Aaron Ramsdale. 2 bids have been rejected. I've spoken about that. So 2 bids have been rejected before in the first place, and we are looking to bring in another strong bid. It is believed to be around 28 to 32 million pounds. Like I said, Sky Sport, of course, reporting that talks are ongoing between Arsenal and Aaron Ramsdale to see that actually the player wants to, the player joins Arsenal. That is the situation. I'll speak about Aaron Ramsdale in depth later in the day, as well as Andre Onana. We do have an update. Arsenal have the ball in their hands for Andre Onana. They could complete it if they decide to, but they could actually lose the transfer transfer if they fail to abide by the conditions set by the player. Right, let's get into Lautaro Martinez. Do smash a like on the video, people, right about now. Let's get them to 100 likes right about now, so make sure you smash that like button right about now. So the update around Lautaro Martinez. Now look, I've said this and I'll say it again, I'm not really highly convinced that Arsenal will get this deal over the line. I'm not so optimistic that we will get this deal over the line. But and this is a big but, I think what Arsenal can do though is we can try to shake the mango tree. If you remember that song in kindergarten, you try to shake the mango tree and see how many fruits do you get, how many mangoes are gonna drop. With Lautaro Martinez, what is the update we have at the moment is Arsenal are trying to propose a swap deal for Hector Bellerin and Lautaro Martinez. Now, that makes sense in two ways. One, Inter Milan are interested in Hector Bellerin, and they do want to get in a right back that replaces Achraf Hakimi. Obviously, it's very clear Inter Milan have got 70 million euros in their hands from PSG for Achraf Hakimi. Obviously, I don't think they have all the money to spend at once, because the deal could have been paid in installments. I don't know the details of the deal, but I think around 30 or 35 million pounds up front, and then the rest will be paid in installments. But it's so clear they don't want to spend money in replacing Achraf Hakimi. For me, that is very clear, very clear. And at the moment, they have agreed a deal between them and the player himself, Hector Bellerin, which could be around 3 years, and of course the player could be getting around 3 million pounds per year. That much we have discussed on the channel. So why it makes sense is you have a player that you want in Lautaro Martinez, and Inter Milan have a player they want from your side in Hector Bellerin. But the fear for me is it's actually not a swap deal. It is more of a player plus cash deal. That's what we're trying to do. We are doing a player plus cash deal because we know they're interested in Hector. We want to use Hector as a bait, as a bait on our trap. They get they eat Hector off the trap, and then we actually capture them. So how would this work in the first place? I think if we get them Hector Bellerin, how much do we value Hector Bellerin? 13, 14, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm not sure, but as long as from the rumors and reports, Arsenal value Hector Bellerin at around 20 to 25 million euros. Now, Lautaro Martinez is valued at around 65 to 75 million euros. That means if we gave in Hector Bellerin, we could still need to pay an extra 45 or 50 million euros. Now, what I do understand, and what you've got to what makes me optimistic is Inter need money. They are in a very difficult financial situation. Like Giovanni Cannavale has told us, Italian clubs are not in the best financial situation. They are struggling, and we do understand why clubs could struggle at this point in time. So nobody's blaming them. Don't worry, Inter. Nobody's blaming you for struggling. It's not mismanagement. It's the panic. But one thing you've got to think about in this swap deal is how much are Arsenal willing to offer? Because if you're giving them Hector Bellerin 30 million or 35 million pounds, I think it might not work. I think it's going to be in excess. It's going to be Hector Bellerin and a fee in excess of 40 million pounds or 45 million pounds. That is what I think. It would be a good swap there because, like I said, they do need Hector and we do need Lautaro Martinez. Of course, getting in a player like Lautaro Martinez gives you a lot. For me, it takes us. It takes us from the mediocre challenge of top 6 to a real challenge of top 4. If you have Lautaro Martinez in that side, and then you back him with a player like Martin Odegaard, add Emil Smith-Rowe, get Partey in there, Albert Sambi-Lokonga, and a couple of other players that could actually come in, it would make a lot of sense. But look, it is one deal that you shouldn't get excited about. It's one deal that if this one is gonna happen, it could happen. Of course, we are already we are already 72 hours away from entering August. So I don't want to say it's going to happen in August, but I think it might happen in the, we have 4 weeks left on the transfer window. It might actually happen in the 3rd week. If it's going to happen, it's not going to be an easy one. It's going to take a lot of negotiation, vigorous talks, vigorous conversations. I'm not really optimistic it's gonna happen, but that is the update. We do want to propose a swap deal, or we are proposing a swap deal between us and Inter Milan for the 2 players, Lautaro Martinez and Hector Bellerin. Much interested in Martinez. I've told you he's been very, very progressive in the last 3 seasons at Inter Milan. He's been absolutely useful to the side. But again, if you think about it, bringing in a striker, we will need to let the likes of Edin Nketiah go. We'll need to offload the likes of Alexander Lacazette, the likes of Willian. So it's a lot of work to do for Edu. It's a lot of work to do for Mikel Arteta. But hopefully they will get the deals off the line and we will get great again. My name is Cossy. Do smash a like on the video, people. Let's get them to 200 likes right about now, and I'll speak to you very, very soon.